Since I'm a male nurse and no, I do not carry a purse, let me tell you a story of a rare phenomenon. Striking a man and the wife was their own precious son. The truth the baby carried onto this earth on the very moment of his birth. If childbirth is too much to bear, feel free, the trash can is right there. I remember that day clearly, John escorting Katie hurriedly. Their faces were pale and white, of excitement and delight. So the labor began as John held her hand. Katie screamed so loud and great, with all her might opened her gate. The room filled with the baby's cries, but no one could believe their eyes. Everyone was struck by a blow, as the baby was definitely a Negro. Poor John was heartbroken. His trust in Katie seemed mistaken. Neither John or Katie were of color. The father must be a man some other. Without a word he walked out the door. He would see of her nevermore. Poor Katie swore of innocence, despite the contradicting evidence. Though she too was confused, she knew she was falsely accused. But she could not just ignore. Even her mother staring at her like a whore. She felt lonely and hopeless to raise the baby fatherless. I for one believed in Katie. She seemed like an honest sweetie. To the lab did I sprint to conduct a DNA fingerprint. When the results came back, it about caused a heart attack. Yes, the baby was of John, the false blame finally withdrawn. Another truth then revealed, the one that has been so tightly sealed. There was a black man in the family, an affair that happened so discreetly. Katie's father is another. Shame on her mother.
Maribeth Urkel Northern Twinkle. You can call me Missy Urkel for short. It's my first time, but I don't really know what to say, so I made a couple rhymes for you guys. I wish I was black. I kind of like rap music. Okay. So I'm just a nerdy girl who's had her dose of thrills. I want to settle down. I need to turn around. Basically, I'm looking for Mr. Right to be my next victim. I guess to sum it up, I'm searching for a gamer with a system. I'm not your dreamy average girl next door. I'm down the street on Mama's basement floor. No, I'm not looking for any footballer open wide. I'm searching for the guy with a wicked hard drive. Yeah, that's right. Mr. Nike Hoops can keep on running. I'm searching for my own personal McLovin. So I hear you want to take me out to dinner and a show. I heard Harry Potter just came out. I'm down, baby. Let's go. I'm all about a dude with glasses. Watch him on his broom. Now I hear he's the fastest. Yo, you be casting spells in my direction. Oh, the way you wave your wand, now that's perfection. I've got my Pokemon cards all lined up. We can battle it out till the sun comes up. No, you don't have to be no Napoleon. Just flash me your comics and I'll let you in. I like it when you talk nerdy to me. I'll flow pretty great in my suspenders, you'll see. You got your tears with your shirt on and you never look better. I'm contemplating the future, you and me, forever. So if you feel me, just let me know, because I'm single and ready to mingle. I'll have you holler my name, don't forget, it's Northern Kringle. Wait, I'm not done yet, so let me hurry before I forget. You see, I'm all about my grades. I love it when teachers surround me with A's. I understand there's a chance to get a little extra credit, but you gotta bring some food in order to get it. I'm not exactly sure what I eat, but I'm all about grabbing a Snickers when I'm hungry, so here you go, class feast. Yay!
Hugh Hefner, owner and creator of Playboy. I'm sure some of you have subscription. They call me the Hef, but my real name is Hugh. Just because I'm rich doesn't mean I wouldn't trade spots with you. Okay, I'm kidding, I love my life, although I wish I would have had only one wife. My favorite bunny Shelley just got back after being gone for some time. I may be in my 80s, but I'm still in my prime. I've got a sweet mansion and an awesome magazine you should see when the girls dance that song called Tambourine. Before all the girls and the money and the fame, my life was just like yours, borderline lame. I served in the Army as a writer in World War II and missed my fiancée whose eyes were beautifully blue. A few years after Mildred and I wed, she confessed that while I was at war there was another man in my bed. My heart was broken and my dreams were crushed, then ideas for magazines started to rush. Nowadays I chill with all the honeys, and I'm headed to some speed dating convention to find me some more bunnies.
The sun, the earth, water, and wind, it's priceless if you can bend. Be flexible and you can live on a whim. Take a trip, spend your time, stuck between the heavens and the earth. Time spent as it was at birth, wild and free, you test your limits. There is a fee for no person plays for only a minute. Your skills become sharp as a knife at your side. Mother Nature always looking for the blind. Beware, it may be your time, but never hesitate to be wild and free. For she may be your sea, beautiful and free, her kisses touch you as a wave would test thee. Have a ship, have a map, or you may never be seen again. Drown, smashed against the rocks, without direction you wish you were back at the dock. She'll sing beautiful songs, she'll be your siren. So recede and mock the sailors who are married.
I do not know what to do. Should I go for one or two? The first, he sparkles in the light. His skin is also very, very white. The next, wow, he makes me drool. He can make anyone's abs look like a fool. I cannot make up my mind. I have simply come here in hopes of a find. So here's a story of surviving love. Listen, it's for you, or maybe it's for the other two. Here are a few tips just in case you fall in love with Edward's vampire face. He will never leave. He is like a big pet peeve. His hair is a mop. Your father will not like him. Your father, the cop. He will not like your Indian bud, and yes, he does suck blood. No need to worry if you are ever in a hurry. You are never out of his sight. He has an extremely sharp bite. His enemies will pay. He then feels led to say, I know you think that I am some kind of perfect, unyielding self-control, but that's not actually the case. Wow, look at that unbelievably pale face. He was born in 1901. His hands are cold all the time. I mean, like a ton. He was my first love. Too bad he doesn't have any gloves. Then there's Jake. Wow, he makes me do a double take. He is a werewolf in a pack. I have known him longer, that is a fact. He has a tan chisel face, but that brings me to this one case, Mr. Knapp's theory, which means, well, he is quite the contrary. Jacob and Edward, they like to fight whenever the sun is not so bright. You see, vampires don't come out in light. I have thought about this problem for quite a while, but my feelings for both fall in a big pile. So I have come to the conclusion I shouldn't have brought this confusion. Do not fall in love with those who are fake. Wow, that was a piece of cake. See, werewolves and vampires do not exist. Man, I bet they are, totally. That brings me here. I shall live without a care. I am looking for a guy that is real, one that doesn't see me as his next meal.
Hello, my name's Forrest Gump. Would you like a chocolate? My favorite is the one with the bumps. At first I was scared to get on this airplane. When my friends told me this trip would be like a vacation, it was too much for my brain. My mama always said vacation is when you go somewhere and you never come back. You should have seen me nearly have a heart attack. You see, I have a boy of my own at home. If I can never go back, he'll be all alone. He's the reason I'm going to this speedy dating. After losing my Jenny, little Forrest needs a mother, and I'm tired of waiting. I think now I'm okay with her being gone. My mom always said you got to put the past behind you before you can move on. I plan on taking me home a woman who will read Little Forrest books like Cat in the Hat, and that's all I have to say about that.
Hello everyone, I'm Geoffrey. Be careful with me or you'll be a goner. If you become my lover, you will never recover. If I can survive love, you see, but my partners can't survive me. If you're for me, you'll be sweet. Let's hope you'll be a delicious treat. By now, I hope you can tell I'm a cannibal from hell. I'll make your heart go pitter-patter, but I want your liver on a platter. I'll have you for lunch, or maybe just brunch. Don't be serious, or I'll make you delirious. I hope you're not leaving, or you'll end up like Steven. Now, let's try some kissing, your lips are gonna be missing. Your eyes are so pretty, you'll end up like that kitty with nothing but a head. They will find you dead. Now let's get this started. I hope we'll never be part.
My feelings would be best if they could be expressed by the beat of my drum. I'm looking for a winner, not a real bum. I'll play him a song as long as he doesn't do me wrong. I lost my first love at band camp. He tooted his horn for some other tramp. We were always together and had so much fun. Now my search for my true drum captain has begun. That guy broke my heart, but then I spotted a cutie at Walmart. I've always been the one that's been so shy, but at band camp I met Red Bull, and now I can fly. The cutie I met was real sweet, but his music in my head wasn't stuck on repeat. I always wear white socks on the marching field. The judge's comments always come to a yield. That's the kind of attention I need and adore. I'm looking for a man that can give me this, that's for sure. My man needs to carry my drum and my baggage. He also shouldn't like to eat cabbage. No one seems as perfect as my first love. I must be too much nerd to handle when push comes to shove. My friend told me it would be a new year. That's how my butt ended up here.
Blessed be the dating to all aboard this unholy plane, for this be the story of a nun once tame. Having once taken 7 years' vow of silence, I now refuse any compliance. I shall shout my rebellion, stretching east to west, all of the while barely covering mine. Now you all bear witness firsthand to see how all of the kneeling has corrupted me. Usually you see me holding tight to a rosary, now I never leave the house without fishnet hosiery. Call it a sin with only the devil to blame, as I belch out in public without any shame. My sisters all concerned claim divine intervention, sent me on my way to this dating convention. Lo and behold, this mistake was theirs as I frolic with strangers without any cares. Right now I know I should be in communion, but instead here I am amid this unholy union. Not looking for love, only good times. There's no love advice in any of these rhymes. I used to say Hail Marys with all of my prayers. Now I'll hail a different Mary at the bar when we're there. See, I'm looking for a man that's crude, vile, and mean, with the raciest tattoos that you've ever seen. Don't tell me to go back and repent if you will. I live now only to satisfy these thrills. This cause for rebellion is what now you ask? I just got tired of the whole nunly task. The silence, the monks, the headgear, the robe, has drove me to sanity, or insanity, you know. Speaking of sanity, or lack thereof, I think I may be getting a sign from above. Oh wait, never mind, it's just a hangover I think. Pardon me now while I go barf in the sink. Speed dating's not so bad, I just might become a professional. But before I hit the next convention, I should probably hit the confessional.
As I watched the ball go by, I just started to cry. My reign has ended, Rafael Nadal has ascended. I used to be the best, now I'm with the rest. Playing for second place is definitely a change of pace. Once the world's #1, I am now the sport's forgotten son. I spend my nights alone, reminiscing of when I had the throne. Only one glimmer of hope has came, which might help ease the pain. I never thought I'd resort to speed dating, but being alone is pretty degrading. So off to the national convention I go, and hopefully I'll find me a hoe.
That force you all know, of that I am sure. It fills the air with a color not found on this earth. It can bring lowly tears or witless mirth. Music is the beauty and power of which I rhyme, that makes me a musician who is still in his prime. I travel with you to entertain, so cheery visage you might maintain. My story begins with my intrigue for a girl, which quickly became a sadness swirl. When I was just beginning my career, a certain woman hit my heart like a spear. Lily was her name, I later found out, and sought to pass her while on my route. She became my muse and source of creativity, lovely lady of such levity. I spoke to her on occasion, but never told her of that title which I had incurred. Quickly became we two, closer to my endless rue. It was a night like any other with Lily, coffee at a little shop in Sicily. At our table I revealed to her a box, just a tiny thing that could have contained rocks. When she opened it, her eyes became golden, her face a bright kiss of angels beholden. But that look quickly became one of the dark, and her eyes took on that sadness arc. A tear escaped her eye and ran down her face, it brought to mind a fairy's grace. Lily paced the box back upon the table, and got up as if she were barely able. She paced away slowly, leaving something behind. Within her chair it lay enshrined. I moved closer only to see the reason she could not stay with me. A single white feather upon her chair that had fallen from her body so fair. I cradled that ray of purity to my breast, and now it lies within my chest. Lily went back to the heavens from whence she had come, and I keep that box with me as a reminder so lovesome. Until the day when my sand ceases in the glass, Lily will wait for me to pass through those gates of pearl and gold, and accept the box to be unfold, and smile with joy once more at the prospect of being we two forevermore. That is my story of surviving love, not as a war of gun and glove, but of a love that is surviving and always will be, forever between my Lily and me.